Imagine a world where, after a brutal civil war over abortion, society has reached a shocking compromise. Parents can choose to have their teenage children unwound. This doesn't mean they're killed, at least, not in the traditional sense. Instead, every part of their body is harvested and transplanted into others. So in a way, they live on, just not as themselves. This is the chilling premise of Unwind, a dystopian novel that follows three teenagers fighting for their lives in a society that has redefined the value of human existence. Our story centers on Connor, Risa, and Lev. Connor is a rebellious teen whose parents have signed the order to have him unwound, fed up with his constant troublemaking. Risa is a ward of the state, a talented musician whose survival depends on being useful enough to avoid being sent away. Lev is a tithe, raised from birth to believe that being unwound is his sacred duty to God and his family. When Connor learns his fate, he makes a desperate escape, dragging Risa and Lev along with him by accident. As they flee, they form a fragile alliance, each with their own reasons for running. Their journey is fraught with danger, relentless authorities, bounty hunters, and the ever-present fear of being captured and sent to a harvest camp, where unwinding takes place. Along the way, they meet others who have escaped the system, including a mysterious woman known as the Stork, who helps transport runaways in secret. Through these encounters, the group learns the true horror of unwinding. The process is not as painless or humane as the government claims. They discover that those being unwound remain conscious throughout the entire procedure, a revelation that only strengthens their resolve to survive and expose the truth. Their path leads them to a place called the Graveyard, an airplane bunyard run by a former admiral who offers shelter to runaways. Here, they find a temporary refuge and begin to organize with other teens, building friendships and trust. But not everyone can be trusted. Power struggles and betrayals threaten to tear the group apart, especially as they face the manipulative and violent Roland, who seeks to control the others through fear. As the story unfolds, the characters are forced to confront difficult moral questions. Is it ever right to sacrifice one life for the good of others? What does it mean to be truly alive? And how far would you go to protect yourself and those you care about? Lev, who once believed in the system, has a crisis of faith after witnessing the cruelty of unwinding firsthand. He ultimately chooses to fight back, joining a group determined to destroy the harvest camps. Meanwhile, Connor and Risa find themselves caught in a deadly game of survival, where every decision could mean life or death. In the end, the trio's journey is far from over. They broadcast their story to the world, hoping to spark a revolution and change the system from within. The novel leaves their future uncertain, but their determination to fight for justice and their own humanity is stronger than ever. Unwind is more than just a thrilling adventure. It's a profound exploration of ethics, identity, and the meaning of life. It challenges us to think deeply about the value we place on individuals, the choices we make as a society, and the power of hope in the face of darkness. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this summary helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest updates. We'll see you in the next one.